are we sitting comfortably, boys and girls? Because we are about to have a little play of some of the Mr. Men games from MirrorSoft, the famous children's literature from Roger Hargraves. I love the Mr. Men books. I've managed to complete an entire set. First editions to the later ones which came out, which me and my son used to read together. Still a big fan. For me, they're a bit like 70s and 80s Pokemon. You had to collect them all. So this first one is called First Steps of Mr. Men. With the Mr. Men. So it's a rudimentary sort of educational first steps into using a spectrum as a young child. So our first game is called Mr. Greedy. Mr. Greedy has to collect as many ice creams as you can. Really simple. The keys are... I can't believe I'm playing this. The keys are 5, 6, 7 and 8. If it'll let me control. There we go. So here we go. Mr. Greedy is obviously red here, but he's he's pink or magenta. So the idea is, let's get the controls right. 5 is left, 8 is right, 6 is down, 7 is up. And apparently the game came with a keyboard cover with directions on, which you can put over the keyboard, like many other games. So there we go. I've collected my first ice cream, and of course, as I said, this is kind of a introduction for a very young child to get to grips with left, right, up and down, and hand and eye coordination. If I was 3 or 4 and someone loaded this up for me, say if I had a big brother or my mum or dad loaded this up for me, I would have been amazed. The fact that I was controlling shapes on the screen would be baffling back in the early 80s. There we go. And of course, I love the cartoons. I have them all on DVD. Voiced by David Lowe. Is that right, David Lowe? No, it's not. I've forgotten his name. Dad's Army, isn't it? So there we go. The cartoons just drew me in as a kid. And kind of the books which I learned how to read on. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing amazing, but I wasn't aware. Well, I was aware of there was a Mr. Men game, but I didn't realise it was educational. But this is fun. It's all right. There we go. Well, that's great, isn't it? Very nice. Pop goes the weasel. Right, we'll try the second game. So 1 second. Right, this is the second Mr. Man game, and this one is called Mr. Forgetful's Wardrobe Game, and it's basically it's pairs. Mr. Forgetful has forgotten where he's put his clothes in each wardrobe, and he must match them up. Right, so let me just get the controls on this. This is more complicated than it should be. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think 0 is open wardrobe. So let's take control. 6 and 7 up and down. Okay, so what's that? Ice skates? Where has he put his roller skates? No. Shoes. Oh. Yeah, the game came with a keyboard overlay. What is that? That went over the keyboards. Let's give you the idea of directions. I might post that so you can have a look at that. All right, here we go. I'm doing rubbish so far. I'm just chatting away. I'm not taking any notice of where things are. Yeah. So this should be my first one. Hooray! Oh, we get a little Mr. Happy, but he's green. Oh, don't think you've seen that one. Ah. Oh, where was that? I'll tell you what, my short-term memories is not very good. Is that here? No. Oh man, I can't even do a simple memory game. Right, let's go for the first one. Here we go. Oh, was that over there? Oh my god. Oh. But anyway, this game is aimed at 4 to 8 year olds. Go down, you bastard. Hooray! So a little simplistic. But if this was my first introduction to over there, video games at home on a micro, and if I was between those ages, I would absolutely adore this. I'm not pretending this is one of the best games ever, obviously. But, as an educational game, it's a little bit fun, and having the added element of it being a Mr. Man game is great. So we're halfway there, folks. There is another game, Mr. Silly's Hats, and I can't seem to work out where that is. Oh, idiot. Oh my god, was that this one? Oh no, my brain is fried. Oh, go down. Go down. Yes. Of course, Mr. Forgetful had a red hat. Probably a little bit too complex to add that to the sprite. Hooray. Come on. Apparently, you can change the colour of the backgrounds. I did that by mistake before. I don't know how I did it. Hooray! What happens next? Does it go on to the Mr. Silly game? I don't know where that is. Oh, it just carries on. Okay. How did I change the colour? What button did I press? I don't know what I pressed. You could just edit the background and give you an option of colours to choose. I don't know how I did. I don't know how I did that. I've somehow turned the sound off. Anyway, it didn't say that in the instructions. No. Anyway, there we go. So I can't play the Mr. Silly Hat game. I don't know where that is. But this is all right, isn't it? I'll leave it there, and probably play the next. Here come the Mr. Men, or We Are the Mr. Men. In fact, there's a couple of Mr. Men games, but I'll see how far I get. Lovely.